we'll start with the topic that is obviously right there on screen, which is the Mayweather Logan Paul fight. This is another one of those celebrity fights that I don't know. I like it's one of those where I'm watching the whole thing. I have a couple questions. One, my first question is like, is Mayweather taking this seriously? Because obviously, if this was a straight up like legit, we're just gonna box each other kind of match, Mayweather should like eat him alive within like a round or two. Uh,
Yeah.
but obviously not good for show, so I'm assuming that's not gonna happen. I know like also Mayweather plays like the shoulder roll game where he's basically going to tire you out and punch you out until you tire out in round 8, 9, 10, whatever it is. So I don't know if he's going to try to like keep this one going long or if he's going to try to shorten it, via like, knockout blows or whatever, or if he's going to be aggressive. I don't really know how this is going to go. I'm just kind of confused. I don't know if Mayweather's actually taking this seriously. I know that there's a lot of like arguments in the boxing world as well as the fighting world in general, to be made on both sides on supporting or not supporting this type of stuff going on. Because a lot of people are saying, which I know I saw like Conor McGregor, for instance, come out and say basically that what Mayweather's doing is embarrassing. Basically, like, going out fighting guys that aren't, or, a guy at this point that's not even a really legit boxer for a guy who's supposedly, one of the best of all time. So it's like there's arguments to be made on both sides. Of course, it's the spectacle, and of course, it's the show, which is what they're going for. That's why this whole incident was kind of funny because the whole thing with like, oh, Logan, stole Mayweather's hat at like a meeting that the two had, and it was like, come on, you don't think like I was, you don't think that the security guards for Mayweather
Oh, it's
would have
literally made
jumped
for viral
on.
clips. It's great.
That's what I'm saying. You don't think that Mayweather bodyguards would have let anybody get that close to Mayweather if it wasn't approved officially before and everything? Like it's just this is the type of stuff that like is going to. It's always in the fighting world is like stuff to like hype up the fight. Get these two as if there's like an actual anger and like like, oh, we really want to fight each other kind of thing. That's they always do that in the fighting world. And yeah, in some degree obviously fighters want to fight each other, but like they're also trying to get as much money as they can out of this, and so it's not surprising that those scripted type of things or events are going to happen. I just like I said, I don't. Those are my questions about it. I just don't know if Mayweather's going to take it seriously. I don't know how it's going to go. I don't know if he's going to try to drag it out for 6 rounds. Obviously, Paul's last or the. Are both Paul brothers fighting? Because that's the other thing I'm getting confused
I
on.
don't even know.
Which
Yeah.
which Paul brother fought Askren and which Paul brother's fighting this one? That's the part that I really am confused on. I can't like keep it straight with them.
Yeah, I believe. I mean, this is Logan Paul, right? I think it's just Logan Paul that's fighting. I'm
Yeah,
pretty decently confident on that.
yeah, this is Logan Paul, which is fine. I just don't know. Was it Jake Paul that fought Ben Askren? I can't.
No, I think that it was
That's
Logan as well.
okay. So either way, like obviously not a legit boxer, so this whole thing is like how long is Mayweather going to drag this out for, because it's really up to him. I mean, he can end this whenever he wants basically. After like round 1 he can basically end it the moment he decides to. So I'm just curious to see how that's going to go. I don't know how the pre stuff is going to be too. Obviously they're going to have some people, random famous people just showing up to perform and stuff, just like the last fight with all the randomness that was occurring. So we'll see. I'm curious to how much money this is going to make too. Just because the last one made I think 75 million or something like that. So I'm just curious to see like what this one actually would entail, because not to sound funny, but Mayweather doesn't. I mean, he's Money Mayweather. He doesn't come out for
He doesn't come out for.
$30 million. He's
Yeah.
not doing this thing because he's making 30 to 50 million. Like he's doing this because he's making probably close to 100, or you would assume he's making close to 100. So I'm just curious to see what that also is going to be. That's going to be for it. But that's just kind of my thoughts. I don't know what you think about the whole thing.
I think you could tell from this picture kind of how serious they're taking it. And this
Yeah,
is like, I don't know. I feel like literally if Mayweather was put into like a character for a TV show or like a movie or like a fight like it is right now, like I'd be like the angry guy or whatever, and be like, boom, that's him. He's right there. He is the angry guy, and like he's already got the whole, yeah, like the hat thing you were talking about.
yeah.
Okay, like it's a little bit too perfect, and yeah, like you said, he's there for the money, so it's a money thing and it's an entertainment thing. It's probably gonna pull in a lot of money, but I mean, like, this isn't convincing acting for me, Mia, right there.
No,
So
like I said, obviously this was a scripted event. Like this is again, like I said, none of the bodyguards for Mayweather are gonna let somebody lunge at Mayweather, even if it's Logan Paul, just strictly off of the simple fact that this is like that's what they're paid to do. So they're not gonna let that happen. So it's just, it's a scripted event. We'll see how this whole thing goes. I'm just like I said, I'm just really curious as to see how Mayweather handles this. I don't know if he's going to drag it out or if he's just going to do his thing and end it in 2 rounds. But after the last one ending in the first round, I feel like they have to drag it out a little bit. Otherwise, people are just going to be like, listen, I'm not paying all this money to watch somebody beat up somebody for like a minute. So,
yeah, this is gonna be like, oh, take it to the fourth or whatever.
yeah. So I'm curious to see how it'll be. I'm curious to see if it'll seem too scripted or not. I don't know. I just, like I said, we'll see how it goes, but it's another one of those just, I don't know. I don't want to say fun because I don't want to make it sound like this is like a super enjoyable thing to be occurring, but it is kind of just one of those like random fun events that are occurring that we're just going to talk about forever.
Yeah, which, yeah, that's why they make the money, they get the entertainment, everyone's happy.
hmm
That's how they
But
go with this one. But yeah, I don't know. When's it supposed to actually happen?
that's another thing I'm not 100% sure on. I probably should have looked this up before the actual podcast, but I would assume it's happening very soon
I
because it
think it
wouldn't
was
make
June, if I'm not incorrect.
well, either way. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'll watch this one. I didn't watch the Ben Askren one, but it's also Mayweather, so I'm curious to see. I don't know. What am I looking at, Dylan? Anyways, yeah, so that's all I got to say about that. I'm not really sure how I feel about the whole thing, but it'll be interesting, that's for sure. And we'll talk about it after the whole thing happens. I probably find, a quote unquote cheaper way to watch it.
Yeah,
Just saying, but wink wink. Um but anyways,
don't do
yeah,
that.
so
Always pay.
oh yeah, exactly. Always pay for every event, no matter how dumb or random it appears.
Or money grabbing it is.
They are hardcore really trying to get your money, like almost on the knees begging for it kind of thing.